there's many signs or many ways that your spirit leads you and guides you. If something turns out bad and you receive so much, you know, you start to backtrack or you start to revert back to your mind of when that time was when that you experienced what you experienced with another person. So let's say this person comes back into your life. It's hard to know when to, have discernment. You can have discernment, and discernment guides you in a positive way. Discernment guides you, and as long as you listen, you won't fall or you won't stumble. But what is discernment if you don't know when to give discernment? Discernment can show you better than it can tell you. If somebody was to come and tell you about, oh, you have to be this way, do this, do that, but just pay attention to your mind and those thoughts. When you feel like a person, you don't know if this person is right for you, or you don't know if this person is good for your life or good for you in general. Pay attention to how you feel. Become aware of your situation. What do you do right after you get back connected with this person? What happens to you? Instantly, you start getting reminders and triggers. You really don't you feel a trigger coming on immediately. But you're slow to react because you have came a long way, but at the same time you're aware of that trigger. This only means that it's time for you to step away from that situation. It's time for you to move on, and it's time for you to continue on the path that you are and leaving that person behind. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's hard to figure out what it is. It's hard to know if a person is right for you in your life, honestly. And I come from a time where I accept everybody. I accept anyone for who they are. And I was very, open, to whatever came my way. I feel like I can handle it, but I feel like this is the time where now I have to be the bigger person, a bigger person to myself. I have to tell myself no. I have to be that mother nurturing myself all over again and smacking my hand when it needs to be smacked, because it's just, you just pay attention to yourself. Just pay attention to yourself and you'll see what I mean. Pay attention to not only how someone makes you feel, because feelings can be very deceptive. It can be deceiving. But more so of what memories or bad moments did you have. Don't reflect and don't try to think about these moments, but instantly after you have that personal moment with that person, or immediately um, after you communicate with this person, and y'all connect, like I said, you will automatically feel your world shift. You will feel your energy shift. Something in you will shift to the point of, last time I had this, uncomfortable, dream, or I had seen something, or I felt something, and, I felt immediately that I needed, to protect myself. I need to be on guard so that this won't happen. So instead of experiencing that discomfort in my body last time, this time I felt that discomfort, you know, um, outwardly, and it automatically, triggered me to the point where now I need to kind of, back up, slow down, and just reflect on this moment, because if I don't, then I will react. I will be easy to react, and every action has a reaction. There's consequences that comes with every action. You know, mentally, if not mentally, physically, if not physically, spiritually, it will come back on you, whatever you do. So it's this is where you need to kind of just slow down and take your time, um, and don't be so quickly to react. More so of it's more so about not reaction but action, not reacting to the situation. Reacting is, something, bothers you, or somebody forces you or pressures you, or something acts onto you, so you feel like you need to act back. This time it's not about the reaction you give, but it's about the action that you take. So it's time to let go. It's time to cut people off. It's time to move on. And when you feel like you are being pulled back, you know, not only when you feel like you're being pulled back, it won't be you having to say so. But it'll be your body and your experiences in your mind reminding you of, okay, since you want to do this, I'm going to show you a little bit. I'm going to show you what you're getting yourself into before you get yourself into it. And that is how, you know, God works. That is how the world works. I won't say the world because it's too much in the world to say the world. But that is how God works. You have to just pay attention and you have to say no. And it's going to be hard to let people go. But you intuitively, your higher, your higher guidance, your spiritual guide, your the Most High will show you what it will be like if you pay attention. When you notice things are going wrong and you see something that automatically shifts you in a way of you have no control, or your perception becomes distorted, or your mind becomes clouded and your judgment becomes immature, you have reached a point in your life where something in your spirit has become impure. It's not hard to get dirty.